Hello commanders and welcome in Melliodas Gaming in a new Conflict of Nations series. I know guys, you have been waiting a lot for a new solo campaign, and today with the beloved China. China, one of the biggest nations in Conflict of Nations and very strong one. Today we are going to start a new challenge, a new adventure in a solo campaign with China. We can see here that we have a lot of neighbors. From our north we have Mongolia, our south we have North Korea, South Korea and Japan. Even Russia is at our borders. We have Vietnam, Thailand and Myanmar. We have Philippines so close to our city of Hong Kong, and we have India. Kazakhstan also can be dangerous because what separates us is some AI nations. So if he takes those AIs, we can have common borders. So here it's a little bit tricky to play solo with China. We are going to have a lot of neighbors, a lot of threats. But I am going to follow a very secured strategy. First of all, today we are not going to use the National Guards. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to follow the usual motorized infantry's strategy. Later on, let's go and focus on our economy and boost up the arms industries, etc. But first of all, I need the army bases in all of my cities to build the first wave of motorized infantries. Directly in my capital, I built the arms industries and queued the level 2 airbase. Of course, when you say China, I tell you Air Force. When you say China, I tell you directly Air Force or Navy. Why? Because China has the biggest economy, the biggest electronics production in the game, so it's going to make it very good in electronics production, and whoever has the biggest electronics production will be having the biggest Navy or Air Force. Of course, I'd rather follow the path of Air Force, but in this series also I am going to try the combination of frigates and attack submarines. Of course, we have a good electronics production, so it's going to favor us to follow some tough strategies there. Okay, you can see here and follow that in each of my cities I'm building the arms industries and recruiting offices, especially in my fuel and electronics city and in the rear in my capital. It's very important to boost up our economy. Let's queue now the basic infantries. You see in all of my cities I built a first wave of motorized infantries. The level 1 is ready. I am going to throw directly the level 1 corvette. Of course, this is a World War III map. It's not apocalypse, so we are going to wait for the days to pass to be able to unlock those researches. So I cannot upgrade and max up my motorized infantries very quickly. This is why I want to play safe in this game. I want to secure all of my borders, and the most important thing, guys, in solo campaigns, if you are also going to start a Chinese map with us, and you're going to try your own solo campaign, focus on your neighbors and surroundings, which is very important to see how your neighbors they are moving there. You need to follow that. You need to anticipate and see which is going to be your imminent dangerous neighbor. Today I'm going also to follow this path and try to be patient and not throw myself directly. I'd like to read the map, at least read my surroundings. You see that I upgraded 2 level 2 army bases there. Why the army bases level 2? Well, I am going to build some Taut artilleries for this early game. The Taut artilleries, they are going to help me attack from distance. They are going to be so useful early game. Later on, when the game advances, we can upgrade to mobile artilleries or multiple rocket launchers. But for now, the Taut artilleries, they are going to require only level 2 army base, and also their research is not going to take too much time. Now we are still here in the day 1, no movements around. I am going to keep waiting and to see who is going to attack who, which is very important. Meanwhile, I'm going to use the market and buy some supplies and fuel. The fuel is going to be very important to build. Early game, everyone is going to suffer with fuel because everyone is going to build the arms industries, the recruiting offices, etc. And especially now I am going for the naval bases level 2. So yeah, also naval bases, they consume fuel. Okay, I started mobilizing my first corvette. Of course, for now I do not have air force, so I cannot really cover all of my coastal cities because China is very big and huge. This is why I wanted to build some corvettes, at least to secure my coasts from dangerous attacks and random ones. Here, after I commanded my armies to go for Korea, I saw that Mongolia is active and he conquered the AI nation of Uyghur. Well, change of plans. I'm not going yet for the Koreas. I do not see movements there. Here, Mongolia, he took down his close by AI nation. But what choices does Mongolia has? He has Russia or China. He is in between. So 100% it's a 50-50 chances. I cannot gamble here. I cannot gamble and wish for Mongolia to go for Russia. So this is why I'm going to prepare myself on the borders of Mongolia. I do not want to be attacked by him because here the bad thing about China is very big and a lot of mountains provinces, a lot of forests provinces. Infantries, they are going to take ages to go across the country. You can see here moving this recon division from Hong Kong to the north. It's going to require almost 1.5 days. This is too much. So this is why I need to send my units very early. Also, we need a lot of airfields across the country to make our movements faster and easier. You can see here that we have the Taut artilleries, 2 stacks of Taut artilleries, and like usual early game, like I always advise, prepare heavy stacks and go straight to his cities. It's very important. It's very important early game to attack with heavy stacks. Do not send scattered units. They are going to be dead. With the defensive points of his infantry in his cities with the bonus, you are going to be dead. This is why I want you to attack always with heavy stacks of 8, 9, 10 motorized infantry and recons. South Korea has made a move towards North Korea. That's expected and usual, and in all of Conflict of Nations maps you can see South Korea and North Korea battling. So yeah, we still have time to wipe out Mongolia directly, and later on we take care of the Koreas. So let's start and proceed with our first mission, the invasion of Mongolia. Our first war here in the Chinese Empire series. It's going to be against the Mongolian Empire. It's a very early game. Now we have the level 2 motorized infantries, more hit points, and of course they are going to be a bit stronger. I gathered some, of course, the motorized infantries with the recons in the same stack. It's good because recons, they are good early game versus other infantries. Their damage versus infantries is useful and good. This is why I aim to attack always with the stack with the recon, not only infantries. The research of the frigates is underway. Of course, now we are going to start with the frigates, and later on, when our economy is boosted up and we are in a better position, I am going to start with the attack submarines. The combination of frigates and attack submarines is very good. It has advantages and inconvenience. So in this case, you need to keep watching the series to find out the strategy of frigates and attack submarines is useful or not, what are the pros and cons of it, and of course do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Melliodas Gaming YouTube channel to follow this beautiful Chinese series. The first time here I am going to post a video about China. I hope this solo campaign is going to be successful. And this is a time-lapse about our war versus Mongolia. His AI city has been taken. I received some damage, but it was a successful invasion. I am on the borders of his capital, Ulaanbaatar. I am going to attack it with my Taut artillery from distance and send my ASF to patrol over the city. And also I am sending the other stacks to his other homeland cities. Yeah, also Mongolia is full of mountains, so crossing him and conquering him is going to take a while. This is the situation now of the map, China versus Mongolia. The invasion, the early invasion is successful for now, I can judge. And things are going according to the plan. Thank you guys for watching the first episode of the Chinese Empire solo playthrough. We meet in the second one. Bye bye.